And I wanted to ask you what it was about Donald's book that kind of got you interested and said, I got to make this into a film.
The book is just like this amazing hybrid of Southern Gothic and hard-boiled fiction. And those are two of my favorite genres. Like Don managed to take all my favorite kinds of characters from those two stories and then put them into one universe and make it feel like a cohesive thing. Mm. And he not only did that, but he gave all of these characters, like he rounded them out. He got into their heads. He kind of figured out why they're doing the things that they're doing. And he also uses humor to kind of push the story along. And at the end of the story, he still managed to find some humanity through the character of Arvin, the character that Tom Holland plays. And so I was just like fascinated by that juggling act and spinning all those plates. And I thought, let's to turn this into a movie, to create this kind of intense ride would be so unique and special. And that was it. Like, that was why I was driven to it. And also, like, I was fascinated by this exploration of faith and violence and how Don explored those themes in the book.
Yeah, and generational too, right? We
yes,
kind of,
yeah, exactly.
We are who we are because of how we
exactly.
grown up. Wow, you really see that with Arvin. I mean, oh my goodness. Yes. Because deep down deep, he's a good person, but he learned from his dad.
Exactly. And so that the fact that at the end of the day, there's all these crazy things that happen in this movie. Yeah. But it's a generational story, and it's about what this dad experienced, how he used religion to sort of deal with that, and then how that experience, that aspect of his father kind of got inherited by his son, and then how that affects his son's life. And then, the question is does the son break the cycle or does he continue it? And that's where we end in the movie. It's really kind of like, is this guy going to go break the cycle that his father started, or is he going to continue down that path? And that's a fundamental question.
Yeah, absolutely. You have such a powerhouse cast. I mean, we could talk for an hour about every single person you cast in this film. It's amazing. But I have to start, I love that you have 2 Avengers and a Batman in this movie. Oh, yeah, way to go. Yeah, it's awesome. But Robert Pattinson, he just never ceases to amaze me. I, started interviewing him for the Twilight films, and oh my God, his performance as the Reverend, I'm telling you, I wanted to take a shower immediately after this film. Right. Why did you, or how did you know that he was going to be so good in that role?
Well, the funny thing is that Rob wanted to play that character. I gave him the script. He was the first one that ever got a draft, a very early draft. It was like way longer, and he said, I want to play this guy. And I was like, you want to play Teagarden? He's like, yes, I want to play that. And I think he just saw someone that he could sink his teeth into. And I think that the language of Teagarden is something that an actor gets excited by. The way he speaks and what he says and the way he looks at the world. But Rob is just one of the most courageous and fascinating actors that I've ever worked with. And he doesn't want to create anything that you might have seen before. So he's really kind of pulling from so many different places and creating something that's wholly original. And I think that's why Rob is one of the most fascinating actors right now. Like, he always does the most sort of fascinating characters in everything he's in.
Yeah, he's fantastic, as is Tom Holland. Just love that guy so much. Everybody's so wonderful. You've done such an extraordinary job with this. Thank you for it. Congratulations. And a pleasure for me to talk to you. Thank you so much for your time, Antonio.
Take care.